Peace, everyone. How you doing? How you doing? Peaceful Sabbath day. Welcome to the podcast. So today's title is Khail Amani 100 Won't Take Me to Court. Now, I just woke up. I seen he respond. It's my first reaction to his response. I just download the video. So we're going to hear the reaction of him to mine the same time. And I'm going to deal with it. It's all a mental game. It's all a political game, people. It's all political. It's all political. So remember that as I break down what we're about to hear.
Hey, everybody, what's good? It's a Saturday morning. Professor Khail Amani, and this is Vehicle Violations number 36, a short one. But I see Israel Struggle Doctrine. That nigga was having some conniption fits and twisting and turning. I don't know if that dirty mat on the floor had him.
Now, number one, he's never been in my home. He's never seen my mat. He's never seen nothing. Matter of fact, tomorrow I would take the sheets off the bed and show you the mattress. No piss stains, no nothing in them. Because when I did piss on the floor, because I couldn't make it to the bathroom, it was on the floor. It wasn't even a mattress in the house at the time. I was sleeping on a workout mat. So see, he's just hating and trying to dirty up my name because he can't clean his name up no better than he done cleaned it up. He done went to school, got this, did that. He went back to the same old job because he couldn't find a job, but he needed to be able to say, I'm a working man, I'm this and that. He needed this in his arsenal of conversation to try to make himself look better than me. I've had a stroke. I can't go to work. I wish I could go to work, but I can't. But see, back in the days, they would say he won't work, but I was working. See, I changed their conversation so much because I'm a human being. I have the ability to make lies change to my truth. It's a shame what I'm doing to them because they think they can put me in a box and have me trapped in their culture. No, you can never trap me in your culture.
I'm having some nightmares or some shit or some daymares. That nigga was all over me yesterday talking crazy.
He was all over me because he know he will never talk about that robbery and that selling drugs. He didn't get on oxygen, OXYGN. See, that's what got him. He seen me misspell oxygen and I reeled him right into my conversation. Because he's an intelligent number.
Shit. Yep. You fucked up, nigga. See, context is everything, nigga. You meant to say law-abiding citizen, but you said I wasn't a citizen.
So, did I not deal with that yesterday? He acting like he did not see and hear the video. Should we do a quick run through the video? We'll just deal with this part right here. We'll just deal with this part.
Law-abiding citizen versus civilian. A law-abiding citizen is an individual who strictly adheres to, respects, and obeys the laws, rules, and regulations of their community, state, or nation. They typically avoid criminal behavior, pay taxes, and respect the rights of others, ensuring they do not break the law. A citizen is a legally recognized member of a state with associated rights, responsibilities, and protections. A civilian is a person who is not a member of the armed forces, non-military person, non-combatant, ordinary citizen, private citizen.
A non-combatant. All he's been doing is chasing me and combating me. Me and the queen don't even talk and do that stuff no more. But he keep throwing her in the conversation because he need her in the conversation so he can break her down and then try to make it like, look at Carl. That's Carl. That ain't me. What she do is what she do. What I do is what I do. We argued and fought about that thing. And it's over with. But he won't keep her out of his mouth. Because he think if he tear her down, then it's me he tearing down. But nah. That makes him a combatant right there. There's a such thing as a non-combatant and a combatant. He is a combatant because he is in league with sex traffickers. Yes, he's in league with sex traffickers. The Zulu Nation. Bambaataa didn't show up to court, so Bambaataa got stuff on his record. Is it sex trafficking? No, that's why he didn't show up to court. But Khail Amani, who probably is not a citizen. I don't know if but when he went into Wickset, he became another part of citizen. Because his name is Islamic, Khail Amani, because his son Camel got a son named Khalil and a daughter named Amani and all that. He loved to do that, and we know her son is a big Islamic person. So when they put you on Wickset, it's a process you got to go through. And since he got a Muslim name, he got some Muslim country then it spoke for him and allowed him to do that. Because America takes you out of citizen and take you into the federal world. So there's a such thing as an American citizen and a U.S. citizen. I wouldn't care what he is. To me, he's a piece of tissue that I wipe my anus with. So he's a combatant to me. That's why he make excuses and say, well, if it's a cover, listen, people that made social media is smart. They're intelligent. YouTube is like that too, because they took my info activist type of way of doing stuff, and now you can tag people. They tagged me and the Queen back in the day like crazy. Because they wanted to talk to us. Though we never spoke back to them, they wanted our attention and they kept tagging us and kept tagging us. You don't believe me? You don't believe me? Let me show you. I can show you better than tell you. I can show you better than tell you. Now I'm looking back here, and as soon as I clicked on it, I'm like, damn, they've been wilding out, right? So let's look. You see this? They've been tagging me, mentioning me, tagging me, mentioning me. Tagging me, mentioning me. That's all they do. Who gave them the methodology and the ability to do this? Me, because I'm an info activist. I started this on YouTube. Let's go to court and tell YouTube to prove that I didn't start this on YouTube with the movement of what happened to that boy. You see this? They've been tagging me for years. They want my attention. This is my first time looking back here in, some time. 4 months ago. I ain't looked at this none this year. I used to look at it last year. That's how I know it's back here. This is what they do, though. Them are my stalkers, my combatants, because they all down with sex trafficking. They hate me so much that they trying to make me a pedophile. Who started that conversation? Layla Wills on Facebook when she put me and Kevin Gillespie face up and call us pedophile lovers and everything. So all they doing is carrying out the agenda of Layla Wills. That's her agenda, who's probably paying them to do what they're doing now. I can't prove it, but if we go to court, we can look at bank records and everything else and see how they get money, what's incentivizing them, what's giving them the juice to make it hot. But let's get back to the video because I don't want to spend all day.
But that just goes back to what we've always said about Israel's struggle doctrine. The nigga is illiterate.
I'm illiterate. Have I not came out here and told the people that? I used to say I couldn't read, and the queen said, quit lying. You can read. I can read to a certain level. But I used to come out and say I couldn't read at all. Gave him power to say it today. Like it hurt me. How do it hurt me when I already told the world I couldn't read? Because remember, I'm more intelligent than most people. When I came into YouTube streets, I knew I was going to be misspelling, misreading, and doing stuff. Fumbling and bumbling is what I call it. So I just tell them I couldn't do it. So when I fumble and bumble, I look good. Methodology.
The nigga doesn't spell check. The nigga doesn't proofread.
Because I don't care about that. Never cared about that. When I was finna drop out of high school and all that stuff, to a degree, I somewhat knew about this new world. I didn't know all about it. I didn't know computer was going to read, spell, do whatever a computer do. I was computer illiterate at that time. But I bought me a computer and I broke the computer and learned the computer by breaking it because I put it back together. This is how you educate yourself on what you want to be educated on. My siblings always getting on me. You sit down and you playing them shows and you do this and you do that. You telling me you can't do. It's just like a parent telling a child. You better know your math like you know them rap lyrics. You better know this like you know that. But all us learn different. I ain't never came out here and said I'm the best at nothing but understanding the Bible. In chess. And I can't say that because I gave Side another 10 games or whatever to the point where I beat you 10 games. You want to put some money up and do it? See, I can gamble, I can do all that, but I choose not to do that. I let him have that. Why would I take it from him? Now, one day, I might get down and out about myself and let me go prove this and prove that. But I'm a humble man. I don't have to prove SHIT to nobody. But when I speak, I ain't got a lot of nobody either. Like he said the other day, I'm jumping in people's conversation. You jumped in my conversation, Hassan's conversation. No, you a lie. Hassan Campbell, I asked him for an interview. He came over here and gave me an interview. When he gave me an interview, I was involved. I asked this Negro for an interview. He gave me an interview. I was involved. I was involved in the process of whatever process it is. Me and you have joined at this point. We can talk. That's why he's never wanted to argue and debate with me or talk to me about nothing unless Layla Wheels, or should we say, stop putting it on Layla Wheels now. Shabir Bey didn't pay him some money to do what he's doing. Because I put the audio out there. Anybody that heard it, heard it. In Discovery, we'll find a YouTube channel, the audio on, and we'll bring it out. Where him and Shabir Bey, who sat down for Africa Bambaataa, sat down and made a plea agreement that if you stop doing what you're doing, we'll take that out of what is Yahweh Ben Yahweh thing and we'll put you in the movies. We'll get behind your project and this and that. That's called incentivizing someone to do something. To chase me down and try to destroy me because he's a hater. What do I mean when I say hater? I put up a video today. I don't know if y'all watching. and listening to everything or not. But let me go find it for you and play it for you, because I ain't got nothing but time. I ain't got nothing but time. I ain't got nothing but time. When I want to get involved in something, I get involved. When I don't want to be involved, I don't want to be involved. So,
Machiavelli said people mistreat you when they think you're better than them. When someone feels smaller than you, they have two choices: improve themselves or bring you down. Most choose the second, because destroying your reputation is easier than building their own. So they criticize you, they mock you, they spread doubt about your character, not because you are weak, but because you threaten their position. Reputation is power, and if they can damage yours, they change the balance without ever improving themselves. That is why betrayal rarely comes from enemies. It comes from those closest to you, the colleague who envies your progress, the friend who resents your growth, the ally who fears becoming irrelevant. Remember this: people rarely attack those beneath them. They target those above them, because lowering you is the fastest way to rise. And in the silent wars of status, the easiest victory is not climbing higher. It's convincing everyone else that you belong lower. Machiavelli.
So he's trying to convince y'all that I belong lower than I am. All of YouTube do that. Everybody I used to deal with, when I was quiet for a second and they took my channels and stuff, you know where they went? They went to Sinetta TV. Judah Nazareth, y'all remember that little fighting argument and stuff? He used to chase me around YouTube because he was an Old Testament Hebrew Israelite. What I thought. He listened to me so much, he started dropping the Hebrew and just started calling himself Israelite. He took on my characteristics in these YouTube streets. When John Satnetta spoke and degraded stuff like me and everything, Satnetta used them. And all the other cats over there. Professor Larry used to be on my YouTube. Doggy Diamonds, all these people, I interact with them. And you know what? They need to thank me, because if you interact with me, they raise you up in society so you can become my foe. That's what they did to all these Negroes out here in these streets. Uncle Shug, you don't think me and that cat been into it? Because he used to give me little donations and stuff and try to run my channel. And I told him, I said, nigga, you don't run this channel. You could drop $1 million right now. If you try to run me and won't run me, you might as well get your gun and come get your $1 million out my tail, because you're not going to get it back no other way. Because don't no nigga buy me. My soul, if I ain't tell you my soul was for sale, it won't for sale. I don't care what you give me. And I don't bend over for no man. That's what these sodomites and queers do out here. I'm a grown man. I don't bend over for nobody. I told the little story about the boy that tried to get some and do all this. Khail Amani talk about it today. Not this very day, but he talk about it all the time. He made you watch porn. I ain't never sit up and watch porn with no man. Why would I do that? And I got my own porn stash. And all I got to do is find a VCR. Why would I sit up and watch it with another man? And at that point, I was jacking off. What I'm doing, watching porn, jacking off with another man. But he get out here and lie and play with it all the time, because that's all he can do. That's what Shabir Bey then paid him for. That's what Africa Bambaataa, the sex trafficker, then paid him for. Do it make sense? Because I tell people this stuff all the time. Nobody wants to believe me, because all they doing is putting doubt in y'all heart. And I'm standing strong. My conversation ain't changed from day one about nothing. Well, let's get back to the video. I'm taking too much time. Remember, my first time hearing it.
He gets a whole AI woman voice.
See, now he want to jump European AI. Now he hate the white woman. When I was talking about leak you and all that stuff, he wanted to attack my family. My nephew ain't got nothing to do with this. Why do you jump in my conversation and go get my nephew and his family pictures and put them up? Because he put me and my mother up and everything else. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that about your mother. I called him out on it. We're going to see if he woke up and do it this morning or whatever, because I called him out yesterday. He won't act like he didn't watch that video talking about unlawful citizen, and civilian.
To state his case, and he doesn't even listen to what the bitch says before he puts it on YouTube.
Now, how a computer is, excuse my French to all you delicate ear, how the computer a bitch? He don't even listen to what the bitch say. That's the computer. How the computer a bitch all of a sudden? Because he mad and he angry and he want to put his stuff out there. He got a spirit on you, on him, and he's trying to get it on you. You be a dumbass if you want to and follow that spirit.
Oh, I meant to say law-abiding citizen. I didn't mean to say.
Now, why is he changing his voice like that? Because he's tapping into different spirits. This man has a legion in him. Shabir Bey then paid the legion. He got a legion in him because he run around with Africa Bambaataa, this trafficking and raping and getting children murdered. And Shabir Bey, you can feel any kind of way. All you got to do is pop up in my side chat. I see you in there. I'll drop the link. We can talk anytime you want to talk. But you probably are queer just like the rest of them and afraid to talk to a man.
Weren't a citizen. But see, that goes to context, bitch nigga.
So the context again, his name is Khail Amani. He used to be Khalil Ashanti. When you go to Wixet, it's not a process where they take you out of the state and put you in the federal. And they got to get a country, another nation to bag you because they done took you out of the United States government system. That's why they give you a new name, new identity, new everything. Why you think I'm doing a 5K1 and everything? I'm studying and I'm learning certain stuff and I'm putting it into play. Because anybody that listens to it, you should be able to understand, once again, I ain't dumb. See, he don't deal with that because, see, I take my time and make sure everything's spelt and everything. Something may be out of place and everything. I ain't gonna never say I'm a perfect man when it comes to educational stuff, but damn, I do my best. He don't criticize them. He don't watch them. He don't listen to them. But he expect me to listen to his vehicle violations and all that. Nigga, I ain't heard you disrespect my mother. Because if you do, you's a lying Negro. You the hypocrite. And I'll never do that. When have you ever heard me say I wouldn't drag that woman out the ground and do everything else to her? Because I'm not giving myself an option not to be able to do that. That option always going to be open. I heard him crying. He put the picture with me and my mother because he was at her casket, her tomb, and I put it up. Because I play the game the way I want to play it. Ain't no rules in war. All fair in love and war. And nigga, I don't love you, but I am at war with you. All's fair. You talk about my mama, you best believe I'm going to talk about Joan, because that's what her son Camel, excuse my French, bitch ass came out here and talked about my deceased mother. Nobody's mother is safe. I wouldn't give a fuck who said what, when, where, and how. If my mother can be disrespected, all y'all mothers can be disrespected. Y'all let it happen, y'all ain't say nothing. And then her son go take it to another level with Jay Prince and Farrakhan and all these other people and disrespect. And now people got something to say. When Kyle do it, it's all right. His mother can be disrespectful. Shit. Hell no. Fuck no. You ain't gonna disrespect my mother. If we was in the same city, one of us gotta die. You gonna die, I'm gonna die, because I die for mine. Just like playing with my nieces and nephews and other people in my family. It's one thing that I always had. When I was born into this world, into this family, I'm gonna protect mine. You might not give a freaking F-U-C-K about your family. I care about mine though. And it took a lot to humble me and say, well, don't go take care of them niggas for effing with your family. See, it's all good. I tell my story. Nobody can do it better than me.
Shout to Jim Green in context. That goes to context. But when you live your life like Israel Doctrine lives his life, you know, shabby, shady, lean-to shack ass nigga, throw shit against the wall and expect it to stick. You make fucked up mistakes like forgetting to put
it do stick. Is he not talking about what I did? I already told you I don't do it good. But it hit him hard enough, the method that I used, because I used a particular method. Oxygen was on the thumbnail. All I had to do was look at it. I left the Y out for a reason, because it's habit. He has a habit of trying to correct me when I misspell shit. So it's like a dog. You train him. He's trained. I misspell, he come and talk. Because he think he got something. He ain't got shit, but what I done already told the people, I can't spell, I can't read, I can't do it. And all you do is highlight it. So it take an ignorant person to fall up under his spell.
Law-abiding citizen, and you just say citizen. Khail Amani is not a Khail Amani was not a citizen when he did this and did that.
So it's a criminal a citizen? Can a criminal go vote like other citizens? Because you a slave again if you break certain laws. They put you in jail and they work you just like a slave. So am I ignorant in what I'm saying? I need to be technical in what I'm saying, but am I ignorant in what I'm saying? That's why I did the show, Law About Its Citizen, Citizen, and Civilian. I know I'm from the South. I know y'all probably can't understand any words coming out my mouth. It ain't my fault. I was born in Chicago, raised in the South, and I speak the way I speak. That's what Uncle Shug was getting on Kenyon Martin, because he had a speech impediment. He don't speak that good. Because he got to bring Kenyon Martin down to make himself look bigger than Kenyon. Well, I can speak better than him. Anybody that been bullied know what it look. My coat is better. My clothes washed every day. Mine this and that. Mine is better. And you pointing at mine like it ain't better. It's sufficient. You got shoes on. I got shoes on. Mine got holes. Yours ain't got holes. You got pants on, mine got holes, yours ain't got holes. We got the same thing. You got a jacket, I got a jacket. What's the difference? Shit, I ain't sold my soul to get the jacket. That's the difference. I'm content with what I got. You're not content with what you got. You're going to go sell your butthole and everything else to get what you got. Your integrity gone. Because what Shabir Bey did is bought this nigga integrity, trying to get him to tear me down because I didn't toe down the pedophile ring. And I got clout for it. I had clout at the time. This nigga didn't have clout. I gave him all the clout he wanted on YouTube. He didn't have no clout. Nobody knew about the nigga. When he was doing his channel, the first one that got towed down, he was over there talking about the conscious community and all that stuff. You think they ever heard that shit? They knew about him when I gave him the Sotnetta. Sotnetta, you can interview him. And I told him go over there and interview with Sotnetta. He act like he did that on his own. Because I went to Oxygen and this, that, and I was in this. He didn't do that shit. I did that shit. I had to clap. Still got the clap.
See, nigga? Context. You fucked up. You put your mouth, your big toe, all your toes in your mouth. You should have listened to what the goddamn woman said and corrected your mistake before you hit that goddamn upload button. Context. You went from meaning to say Khail Amani wasn't a law-abiding citizen to saying Khail Amani.
That's showing you that he watched it. He heard everything I said. He watched all them videos yesterday. He couldn't go to fucking sleep until he got all the information, wake his ass up this morning and try to address me. I didn't have to do that. This is what I do. I download this shit and listen to it on the show if I want to speak on particular shit. I feel I want to speak on this.
Wasn't a citizen. Talk about fucking up. Talk about context. But goddamn, nigga, it's already done. The damage is already done. Not to me, but to your reputation. That's number one.
My reputation. Fuck my reputation. That's the same thing a bunch of bitch ass people can't. All you do is cursing this and my reputation. You know what? This channel is based off of me. People that watch this channel and the numbers that this channel done got, and this channel has got numbers. It's that YouTube changed the way the channels work to stop me. Because I done had 1 million views before. It's nothing to get 1 million views. Pitballs know when he came around, I used to have 1 or 2 people watching me. And he used to try to dog me back then. Because he's a bitch ass nigga like most bitch ass niggas I meet every day. And then they envy me because I'm willing to put in the work. And they not willing to put in the work. Because they know what social media is better than me. They in league with the bullshit on social media. I've never been in league with social media bullshit. So I never, am I an agent? Yeah, you an agent. This, whatever. You ask me a question. If you don't want to answer, you better not ask it. Because if you ask me, I'm going to tell you the truth. I do it every time. It be some foul ass shit come out my mouth sometime. But it be the truth.
And number two, I do not care if you want to speak on my Yahweh cult.
See, my Yahweh cult. I heard that it was his sister, nieces, and all his family members. That's what you said yesterday.
Situation. I don't walk around these YouTube streets talking about that's my cult.
You don't do shit on these YouTube streets without me popularizing the term and making all these bitch ass niggas that listen to me want to use the term YouTube streets. I'm the YouTube street king to the point where he had to go put on a crown and do shit because he was envious and jealous of my clout. He's the clout chaser. He started talking about me before I started talking about him. Just ain't got no evidence because they done destroyed his channels. His channels is gone. He had about 5 or 6 channels showing that he done broke YouTube guideline and got back on here to chase me on YouTube. I've never had a right to be thrown off YouTube. They took my channels down. I hit them, and they gave me all of them back. Israel Doctrine Reloaded was my million view channel, and it was strong. It only had 3,000 people. But shit, I had so much strength and power. DJ K Slay and all the rest of them bitch ass niggas took that channel. Why? Because he was on there. He had an interview just like her son. Like I said, I went and interviewed him. I asked him for an interview. They said yes and brought their bitch ass over. But what hurt me was I didn't know this nigga was in witness protection and all the shit that he did back in the 80s and stuff. I was looked at on YouTube as anti-US government, never dealt with none of that stuff. He came on my channel and said, I'm in WICSEC and this, that, and everything else. And everybody stopped fucking with me just like that. Carl over there fucking with the government. And that's what they attacked. And I got my name dirtied up because I was fucking with him. And everybody that helped dirty up my name been running with the nigga now. How did I get dirtied up? But y'all ain't dirtied up. I ain't give a fuck about it when it happened. That was my reputation right then. But I understood what happened because what happened is I was being sanctified. I was being set apart from bitch ass niggas. Bitch ass niggas roll together. Carl Albert Davis don't roll with nobody. I can say that now because I don't roll with nobody. Hananias is the only person I deal with. If he turned on me, as I done told him, because I don't bite my tongue, one monkey don't stop no show. I got a computer that can read for me. If you don't want to come over here and read for me, that don't mean what I say and this and that and I run him. He's a grown man. He gonna choose what he want to choose. He tell me all the time, this beefing shit that I'm doing, he don't like it. He don't like it at all. He don't like it at all. Me, I love the shit though. But how can two walk unless they agree? So if he don't agree with me, you know what it is. Middle finger. But that's my brother. We just spoke words to each other and everything that at the end of the day, ain't nothing really supposed to come in between that. But hey, every man choose what he want to choose. I'm gonna be loyal and do what I'm supposed to do. Beefing is one thing I do. If you got a problem with it, shit, you got a problem with it.
Conversation. Nigga, that's your words. And you know why it's your words? Because you're a nigga who's never done nothing, has nothing to your name, and
I ain't got a movement to my name, a movement that didn't last longer than Kanita Jenkins and all that other bullshit they done had on YouTube. Ain't shit been on YouTube like what I created on YouTube. What this going on? 9 years since 2017? This shit ain't supposed to be going on. Y'all seeing the residue of this shit. Y'all seeing people that's been on Vlad TV and all this other stuff and everything. Think if I wasn't here, what the fuck y'all would be looking at today? They've been ran amok through these motherfucking YouTube streets. Some of you men, they done bent your motherfucking ass over and took your a-hole. If I wasn't around, your children, they meat will be in their mouth for son to be like, how could I be on YouTube and see them feeding their meat hood in so-and-so daughter or child mouth, son mouth? Because this is what they came to do. I messed all that up. That's why somebody will give somebody else a movie deal to attack me instead of sitting over here with me. Context, do you see what's happening without Carl Albert Davis standing in the gap? Woo, ain't no telling what they be doing to y'all. Y'all be greased up like y'all at a Puff Daddy party.
Looking to establish an identity on YouTube.
Did I not have an identity before I ever met him, before he wrote that article about Bambaataa out here raping Hispanic boys and all that? Did I not interview Hassan Campbell before him? He act like he's the clout, he's the shit. No. Matter of fact, let me go play y'all what he say, cause see he's a hypocrite ass nigga. He don't want to stand on what he said a long time ago. But like I said, I damn near got everything he ever did. Some of it I done lost, but I pretty much got everything that I need. So let's get this right quick. Let me see where it's at. Shit, I'm known by at least 1 million people, whether people know it or not. Like I said, I had 1 million people view me. So how is it the 1 million people don't know of me? The fuck I look like chasing up behind somebody. I ain't never seen you higher than me. I don't give a fuck how many shows you been on, how many things you done told and shit about that lying ass coach story. Nigga, you did that shit to get your own self out of trouble. Yeah, I've been pushing drugs up and down the East Coast. Yeah, I've been robbing people, but Africa Bambaataa, oh, he was a killer. He taking lives and shit, everything. Let me go and I give you him. Makes sense. Makes sense to me, shit. Damn. It ain't showing, so I don't really know where it's at. Where the K-Slay shit at? Where the K-Slay shit at? That ain't it. I can't find it right now. But let me show you this. This is some of the first conversation I ever had with the nigga. That's why I know a lot about the nigga, because the nigga that had to speak, right? Can y'all see it? This is light work. Where I come from, this ain't shit. I'm not going to the FBI over YouTube banter. Why are you not going to the FBI? When motherfuckers out here trafficking children, giving their pictures out to get them murdered and everything. And this was early in the shit. Usually, I get direct threats on my life. Now, a lot of y'all won't know, but he didn't have direct threats on his life. Because when they first found out that he was the writer and you write for K-Slay, they went and told K-Slay bitch ass, you tell him that if he don't take that shit down, we're going to be in Denver, Colorado, knocking on his door. They threatened him. He took it down. That's why you don't get the publishing date of April the 2nd. You get April the 13th and all the other stuff. Because he's never been a man. You can scare his bitch ass real quick. I don't do it because I don't make no threats that I don't try to carry out, even if it had to take my life. Because the Lord God of Israel said, don't make no promises and you don't keep them. That's why I don't make no threats. No, I don't do the idle shit. So trust me when I tell you, my situation make this look like child play. So he's taking child trafficking this shit as child play. It's child's play. They trafficking children. That's all right. I got children and grandchildren, but I don't give a fuck about children. I do. Woman told me she was gonna kill my child. I was chasing her ass down, trying to take her life. Like, you told the wrong person. You told the child father from my position that you gonna murder my child. I'm ready to murder your ass. Thank God I didn't do it, because I was intelligent enough to, if that's my child or not, that girl still got that child in her. And if you kill her ass, you gonna kill that child. I don't want nobody death on my hand, but I will do it. So let's keep going. Yahweh really killed motherfuckers. That's an organization. You don't think the Zulus done killed people over the years? They came out and did the same shit her son and Ron doing and what you did and all of that. You don't think they did that? But listen to them. These clowns ain't got no collective power. Because he's saying Bambada, and he know they ain't got no collective power, though they didn't became a collective. But they all don't agree on the same stuff. They can't agree on the same. How can two walk together unless they agree? That's why when they get in the court, they'll turn and tell on their ass. Yeah, Shabir Bey tried to get me in this and that. That's why I told y'all when I first came out here, this is racketeering shit. Nigga, fuck that shit that you did in the 80s. We talking about what you did today. You went and took a bribe from Shabir Bey and Africa Bambaataa in the Zulu Nation to allow them to sex traffic children. I wouldn't give a fuck about a Yahweh bin Yahweh. That's why when I said you was out here robbing and selling drugs, you went to my spelling because you wanted it to be about spelling and not you robbing and selling drugs. Well, let's get back on the video. A lot of shit here to listen to. This nigga run his mouth for no reason.
You looking for a come up and you want to clout chase off of my story, just like you tried to clout chase off of Africa Bambaataa.
See, that's a social media term that never applied to me. Only thing I ever tried to clout chase off was the Bible. To the point that I even offend my family. All you do, you want some controversial shit and this, that. Oh, my family talked to me bad about the shit that I did. All you want is strife, this, that, and everything else. I don't want that. I want motherfuckers to humble themselves, listen to what I'm saying in context, and deal with it in context. If you can't, don't talk to me, because I'm going to call you a bitch and treat you like a bitch if you come at me anyway other than that.
And Hassan and Ronald Savage's stories. I don't play that, my story, nigga. You can talk about my Yahweh cult story all.
My Yahweh cult story. Is it just yours? Are you the only one? Because I done heard you say his sister, his stepchildren, and all this. Whose story is it? It's simple. I started the conversation because he ain't spoke about the shit in a long time.
You want. I understand what social media means. Social. It means any and everybody can jump in a conversation if they choose to speak on it. And
so let's look at Facebook. Can you delete a conversation? Can you block people? Do they not have safety systems on there? It should be a certain age, but if young children on Facebook and everything else under 18 and they don't want you in their conversation, do they have the ability to cut you out their conversation? And do they not have the mechanism of tagging people to let them know, I want you to be a part of this conversation? I'm asking you a question. I ain't talking to you directly. But people, we starting back over tomorrow because we only on 4 minutes of an 18-minute video. Now, granted, I might listen to the rest of this. So tomorrow, it won't be that I haven't heard this, but today I just downloaded. I'm just listening to it. But he's chasing me and he's trying to get numbers and clout over there so he won't speak directly to the point. Because like I told him, the context is, nigga, you was selling drugs and you was robbing. I ain't heard that shit yet. In 4 minutes, I haven't heard him say nothing about that because he don't want to talk about that. With that said, start at the 4-minute mark tomorrow. Peace.